All right, welcome everyone, and welcome back to this new video update about the WeSimGlide.org developments. Was been added. The last video was 3 months ago, on June 10th. So it's been like 3 months, but there was the summer vacation for me in that period. Still, there are a few several features that's been added, and I want to cover them with you right now. So, updates history, all right? So the last video was here. The last feature that was added and was spoken about, presented to you, was all the stuff that had been added on the homepage, all these tables that had been added. So let's start from that list here. Sorry again. So this is this one here. Since then, the first one is we added a reload button in the bottom right corner of the task details to reload the task from the database. So yes, it's pretty much clear enough, but if I click a task, you now have a reload button here. What it means is if I click on it, it reloads the details. So if something changes, like the download counts, the leaderboard, when people are uploading their IGC files, then it changes. So without you having to re-click the task or anything, you just click reload and you'll see an update of anything that has changed, if anything has changed. All right, so that's the reload button right here. No more standard alert boxes that you have to close manually. So before, anytime you interacted with a task and that the interaction requires some kind of message, like downloading a DPH file, downloading something, or receiving a message of any kind, well, you would get a standard JavaScript alert box that would require you to click the OK button to close it. Now, I'll show you when we download a DPHX file just a bit later. Now you don't have to do that anymore because it's a custom message that appears, and you have you still have the OK button. You can click it, you can press escape, but there's also a countdown automatically. After 5 seconds, the pop-up, the message will auto-close itself. So no need to worry about having to click something else on the interface. Okay, that's another little good thing to have. The filtered leaderboards. Okay, though that's a good one, I think. If I'm gonna go and select a task that has a lot of IGC files. Let me select this one first, so you'll see there's not a lot, but the point is, if I go into the leaderboards, you'll see now there's an option called filtered. Automatically, by default, it is enabled. So any pilots that have multiple results on the same platform, that are not better than the one, it will only show you the best one. If I unclick the filter, you'll see I have another one here. It removed it because it is not as good as this one. This one is better, and there are penalties. If it would be the reverse, if I had one with penalties that was better than this one here, I would still show both, but you'd be able to judge that the best one has penalties and the one without penalties is there. So it will only filter them if it's worse, if it's not as good as the other one. So that's how the filter works. I think I have another one. We have several, I think, probably. If we go into the leaderboards, if we click filter here, not this one, but I could probably go over a lot of them and not seeing any filter. Oh, this is one. Okay, here. So okay. Axel here. Oh, I filtered them because it's invalid here. So I prefer to show only the one that has a valid IGC, not tempered. So this is a kind of filtering that it does, but you can still disable it to see what other there are. All right. But that's the filters, how they work. It's pretty cool. If they are, I saw some tasks where there was like 3 or 4 different attempts, so it was crowded. It was getting crowded on the leaderboards. So that's why I implemented the filtered here. Okay, let's go back to our list. We added the drop down to select range for 10 most popular tasks. So this is let's go back to the homepage. This is this here. So the 10 most popular tasks, you now have a drop down here that has 7 days. So it's the 10 most, the tasks that have been downloaded the most in the last 7 days, in the last 14 days, in the last month, and in the last 3 months. Okay, and I'll add that probably to 6 months and a year, and then I'll stop there. But they will take time to add that as the data gets accumulated. But right now you have, the 10 most popular tasks in the last 3 months. Here they are, the most downloaded tasks. Okay. Oh, of course, for that you need to download either the PLN file, the DPHX file, or the zip file from WeSimGlide, or through a link on Discord that brings you to WeSimGlide. Otherwise, I can't know. There's no way to know that the task has been downloaded if the files were downloaded directly in Discord, for example. Next, we highlight the soon to start and in progress events directly on the home tab. So yes, if we go on the events tab, usually there's no event starting soon. Well, almost in 10 minutes, this one will highlight, because we're 10 minutes away from an hour of this task. So it will highlight yellow and say starting soon. And when it's in progress, it highlights green. Well, I've done the same with the upcoming events on the home page. So you'll see also when they are starting soon or in progress directly on the homepage. We fixed the DPHX download from the events. Yeah, that was really trivial thing, but when we downloaded the DPHX file from here, it wasn't setting the SSC tracker group. Now it does, so no problem here. You always have the group for the SSC tracker now. Next, change the date column. Yeah, a very easy one. Again, here it was date before, and it was kind of confusing because we didn't know if it was the date of the event or the task. No, it is really the date that the task has been updated, either created or updated in on WeSimGlide database. Next one, we added the task ID to the homepage table. Yes, again, there was some inconsistencies. Some places there was the ID prefixed on the title of the task. Now they are everywhere. Once you see there, these are not the task title. These are the group events title. That's why they don't have any ID there. But here we all have IDs now. Now, the group events history. That's a big one. We'll see with the three next ones are based on the same kind of feature. If I go on the map and let me select, I'm gonna make sure that I'm selecting. Oh, I'm not completely zoomed out. I'm gonna apply again. I have 907 tasks, right? So if I click the task I had, diamonds, if I click on this one, you'll see a new section below leaderboard. That's the group events history. If I click on that, it will show you all the club events, the group events where that task was featured, was flown. So this one was flown this week, September 9, on the Soaring Diamonds Club, Tuesday. And if all the new ones will have the links. So you can click there and it will bring you to the post on Discord or the thread on Discord that is about that club group event. Okay. If I take another one like the SSC of this week, again, group events history, and there's only one, but there are several tasks that have been flown in multiple. Let me bring you the Faroe Ridges, for example. No, because I noticed, wow, see, it has been flown in all of these events and on these dates. There's no link because they are passive and I didn't get all of the links to the post on thread, but all the new ones will have. So yeah, that's the group event history for any task. It goes better than it gets better than that though. If I just close this again, make some room. Now you see in the search and filter task, there's a group events, a new section here. If I click there, you can actually filter out the task by several things. No filter, there's no filter. Any club, it means that at least one. So all the tasks that have been at least featured in one event. So I'm down to 769 tasks out of 903, I think. So these are all tasks that have been featured in at least one event. I can click no club events. If I click apply here, 138 tasks here that have not been into any group event that we know of. And I emphasize that we don't know of because there might be, but I found no recollection of group events attached to this task. Okay. And specific clubs, then you have to select the clubs you want to see. It's a multi-select list here, so Shift and Control will on your keyboard will allow you to select more than one. If you just click, then it will simply toggle any one. If you do Shift, it will select all contiguous, all the ones that are, and if you use the Control, then you can select ones that are not side by side. Sorry if I change the zoom here. So let's see all the SSC Saturday and Wednesday tasks. There you go. You have 275 tasks that have been featured in either the Wednesday or Saturday SSC group events. I can do that with anything like the Osglide Tuesdays, 121 tasks. The UK, all the UK VG ones, this Thursday, Tuesday, Sundays, 230 tasks. Okay, they are all there. So that's the other cool thing, that you can filter out the map with the group events. Of course, you can do a reset here or a reset all. You click apply and it will bring you back the 907 task. Now, that's not all. You now have in the events tab, you have this section that wasn't there before under the global schedule and just before the upcoming events. If you click that, then you get the similar drop down and you can select one club at a time. This one is not a multi-select, this one is only one. So if I click the Sim Soaring Club Saturday, there you go. You have all the 165 Saturdays of SSC task right there with the paging system. You can select the number that you want, but you can also navigate through them using the page here. And of course, if there are links, like if I can select the Wednesday one, because I know there's a link here on this one, you'll be able to visit again the Discord post or thread about that group event here. And if you click, of course, the task itself, then it will bring you to that task on the map directly. And yeah, I might probably add a DPHX download directly. If you don't even want to see the map on the task on the map, but just download the DPHX file. So why not? But right now you're a click away from downloading the package. Okay. So that was for all the group events. So now it's all being recorded, the task and the group events. All right. And so that was these three. And the last one is the list emojis as toggle to the left of the search box. So let's go over that. You know that on any task, if you're logged in, if you're not logged in, this will be red. So you need to first, log in if you are not, and it will turn green and this will appear. If you're not, if it's red, then the My Stuff section will not be there. And if it's green, so you click there and you get several things here that you can fill up for your own personal records on the task. But you have three lists actually. You have the flown, the flying X, and the favorites list. the flown is when you upload an IGC file, or someone upload your IGC file for a task, then you will automatically be clicked. You know, it will be ticked by it, because obviously you've flown it if you have an IGC file, so it will tick it automatically. But you can always come here and say, yes, I've flown this task. Or you can say, I want to fly this task next. It looks interesting. This is one of my favorite tasks. I will tag it as my favorite. So this is, and when you, let me again make some room. So we have all the tasks. Okay, we have all the 907 tasks here. So let me reselect one. Okay, I have my stuff again. And when you click there, you'll see that it automatically updates the column here, the list column. Okay, so that's cool. It's automatically doing it for you. What was not cool, if you wanted to search for tasks that are in your flown or in any of the lists, previously you had to kind of select, you know, the emoji, do a copy and try to paste it in the search box. Well, no more. And see, no more, because now you have the emojis right on the left of the search, and you can click on them to toggle them. So my flown, my fly next, my favorites. Well, I'm going to resync 900. All right. So yeah, you simply click and it will toggle on and off. There's too many tasks to load. That's why it's a little bit slow. It will toggle for you what you want to search. Okay. You can also sort by list, but you know, this one is if you want to see, hey, let me see all my fly next task. Well, they are here. Okay. And I think it covers it all. Thank you for watching again. If you have, leave a comment about these new features if you like them, if you have new ideas, if you have suggestions, feedback about the features, the website, WeSim Glide, please leave a comment. Don't hesitate to join the Discord and talk about it. And if you like the content, again, as always, please do like, subscribe, and yeah, leave a comment. I like to read you, and I like to see new ideas to implement on WeSim Glide. And I'll make another video in a month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on all the new features that are getting added. Thanks again. Bye-bye.